Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is 12 o'clock on Friday, and I hope you're ready for some Friday fitness. I'm going to do a short leg workout. It's standing up today. Oh, hello. Who's this? Oh, hello. Excellent. Hello. There's another one. Hello. Excellent. That's lovely. Yes, so I'm going to be doing a little standing up, a little standing up workout, and I'll just do a little quick leg warm up, and then I'll do a little leg workout. So that's where we're going today. So standing, not a nice gentle one today for those of you wanting to sit down. So although if you wanted to, you could do some of it standing up, holding onto a chair. If you had slightly limited mobility, you could do it standing onto a chair, holding onto a chair. Right, I'm going to stop chatting and I'm going to waffle on with it, as I know there's a couple of you there already. So, let me just stand in that place and see that you can see my feet. Yes, you can see my feet. Okay, perfect. So, very, very quickly, basic posture for Pilates, feet hip distance apart, pelvis nice and neutral, strengthening your head up towards the ceiling, shoulders are rolled back, shoulder blades sliding down, and of course your pelvic floor is lifted up nice and tight, and your tummy is squeezed in nice and tight. I'm not going to go on and on about that, that's all there is to it. Breathing nice and deeply, breathing in through your nose, blowing out through your mouth. I'm not going to tell you when to breathe, just make sure that you breathe throughout what you're doing, especially if you're getting nice and energetic. Make sure that you are breathing, not holding your breath. Okay, so we'll just do a quick little warm up. So I'm just going to lift up onto the toes, and down, up onto the toes, whoops, I'll try not to fall over, up onto the toes, and then little knee bends, so just going to do little tiny knee bends, we'll do some bigger squats a bit later, and up onto the toes, little knee bend, and up. So when you're doing your knee bends, you're trying to make sure that your knees are going straight forward over your middle toes, not going inwards or outwards. Difficult for some people depending on which way your knees want to go. Knee bend, and up, and knee bend, and up. And I'm just going to do little knee lifts, lifting up the knees, standing up nice and tall, squeezing in the tummy, and lifting up the pelvic floor. I'm going to take those to the side, so knee lift to the side, just getting the hips warmed up. Lovely. And then we'll just do a couple of circles, so circles going back, and the other side, circles going back, lovely hip circles, and then we'll go forwards, hip circle coming forwards, lovely, and the other side. Okay, very basic. Other little knee bend, up onto your toes, knee bend, up onto your toes. Okay, we're going to be doing lunges, so before we start, when you do your lunge, when you step forwards, it doesn't matter how small you can do it as small as you like, but make sure that when you lean into it, that your knee doesn't go further forward than your toe. So I do it this way. You don't want your knee coming further forward like that. You want your knee over your toes. So bend with both your knees. So when you're stepping forward into a lunge, bend with both your knees rather than like that. Because if you do it like that and your knee goes too far forward, it puts too much pressure on your knee. So that's how I'm being very wobbly there. So if you don't want it like that, so you step forwards, so you can do it very, very small, step forwards, little lunge, or you can do it much bigger, step forwards, sit down into it. I'm going to be doing lunges in all different directions, and I'm going to do some squats as well. Okay, are we ready? Yes, good. So, standing up nice and tall, pelvic floor and tummy. I'm going to do 8 lunges forward, so alternate legs. So 1, 2, you can make them as small as you like. 3, if you want to make them smaller, that's fine. 4, knees are over your toes, not going any further forward than your toes. So that's your lunge to the front, and then we're going to go to the side. So take it out to the side, and again, well, it's not so bad. You're you're only bending one knee when you do it to the side, obviously. Otherwise it's not going to be a lunge. So, how many I've done now, because I'm too busy talking. Okay, then we're going to go to the back diagonal, so like this. Back diagonal. Lovely. Tummy squeezed in. Pelvic floor's lifted. Very nice. Back diagonal. And then you're going to go straight to the back. Again, sit down into it with both your knees bending. Your back heel can come off the floor. Both knees are bent, your tummy's tight. And your back's nice and straight. I think that might be 8. Okay, so we're going to do that again. So to the front, big or small as you like. Knees not going further forward than your toes. Nice deep breathing. Okay, so this is not really classic Pilates, this is more fitness Pilates. With the standing up and lots of more functional movements rather than anything laying on the floor. To the side, pelvic floor's lifted, tummy squeezed in. Okay, and then we're going to go to the diagonal. So, I'm not adding in arms at the moment, so you can add the arms in if you wanted to. Diagonal. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to add in one more sort before we do the backwards. This is a curtsy. So curtsy behind, step to the side, curtsy behind, to the side. Lovely. Those of you who've been on stage will be beautiful at this. Lovely. Don't know how many that is. Have I done it yet? No idea. Okay, then you're going back, so straight back, both knees bending, back heel can lift off the floor, tummy's nice and tight. Wonderful. Breathing. Okay, so then we're going to do some squats. Feet are hip distance apart, you're going to do a slow squat. Oops. So with your squats, you're making sure that your bottom's going back as if you're sitting down in a chair, and again, you don't want your knees to come too far forward. So you don't want your knees coming right forward like that. I can feel my knees hurting the minute I do that. So your knees are over the top of your toes. Sit back into your heels. Sit back into your bottom and your heels. Tummy's nice and tight. And your shoulders are relaxed. Lovely, that's just what. So we're going to do back to the lunges. So I'm going to do 6 this time. So front lunges. Lovely. Breathing. I count this time. So that's to the front. Then we're going to the side. Tummy is squeezed in to the side. Lovely. Standing up nice and tall. And then we've got the back diagonal, so you can twist and look down behind you. Lovely. And then we will do the curtsies. So behind to the side. Curtsy to the side. Oh, lovely. And then we've got the back lunges, foot going straight back. So you can make these bigger if you're nice and warmed up. Make them a little bigger. Beautiful. Okay, then we're going to do squats with the feet nice and wide. So you can have your feet turned out. Nice wide squats. And nice and slow. Tummy squeezed in. Pelvic floor's lifted, breathing nice and deeply, knees again going over your toes. You're aiming for your knees to go over the middle toe, that's what they're aiming for hopefully, rather than in or out in any other position. Beautiful. Okay, go back to the lunges, I'm going to do 4, so I'm going to do a big step forwards. 4 to the front, tummy squeezed in, breathing nice and deeply, then to the side. I'm making it easy rather than doing arms, it would be hard doing arms as well. So the diagonal. Maybe next week I'll do arms. And then you've got your curtsies, so curtsy behind. Bend both knees. straight back. Back heels off the floor. Lovely. Another set of squats. This time we'll do the squats with the feet narrow, so you can have them together or just a little bit apart, but narrower than the normal one. So sitting back into your heels, nice and slow. Just do it this way. Sitting back into your heels. You imagine you've got a little bench behind you and you're sitting down, squatting down onto it, so that your knees don't come too far forward. You're tightening up your glutes, your tummy squeezed in. Like getting quite warm doing this. Lovely. Okay, let's go back to the lunges. I'm going to do 2. So 2 to the front. Nice big ones if you can. 2. 2 to the side. 2 to the diagonal. And 2 to the back. Let's do that again. Oh, I forgot the curtsies, never mind. 2 to the front. 2 to the side. 2 to the diagonal. Won't forget the curtsies this time. 2 curtsies. And 2 back. Wonderful. Okay, one more set of squats. So the same as we started with, hip distance apart. Nice and gentle, nice and slow. Squat going down. Knees over the top of your toes are heading straight forward over your middle toe. You're sitting back into your heels. Pelvic feels lifted. Your tummy's squeezed in. You haven't let your shoulders hunch up to your ears. And you're breathing nice and deeply. Wonderful. Okay, let's do the 2s again. So 2 lunges. So 2 to the front, nice big steps if you can, if it's all right on your knees. Obviously if you've had dodgy knees, you make them smaller. 2 to the side. 2 to the diagonal. And then 2 curtsies. 2 going straight back. Okay. I'm just going to go back to 4, I'm going to add in the arms because I'm getting bored with no arms. So, 4 to the front, let's do arms going up. 4. Lovely. And then 4 to the side. Let's do arms going this way. You're doing right, Billy. Wonderful. To the diagonal, which will be the other, so back to the diagonal. Lovely, I'm just making up as I go along. Curtsies. Oh, this is a beautiful curtsy. And then to the back. Lovely. Okay, we're going to do back to 6 again. So 6 to the front. You're doing like a pyramid. Shoulders are down. And then you've got 6 to the side. Obviously, if you want to make this harder, you could be holding weights. So if you've got ankle weights, you can have ankle weights. How is that? Back to the diagonal. So you're heading towards the back corner. I'm taking my arms to the back corner as well. There's lots of different ways you can do this. Whew. And curtsies. So, oops, curtsy. Knees bent, tummy squeezed in. And then we've got them to the back. 1. Back heel lifts off. Nice and big if you want to. Shoulders are down. That's 5. Okay, last set. 8. Ready? 8 forwards. Whew. I hope you're as hot as me. Tummy squeezed in. Make it smaller if your knees are a bit dodgy. Wonderful. That's 8. To the side. Beautiful. Whew. Okay. Back diagonal. Ready? Diagonal. Like an arch routine, isn't it? Squeeze in the inhales, feet turned out, nice and slow, breathing. So it's easier if you breathe out on the way down. Wonderful. And I'm just going to do one more set as well. So feet still in turn out and your heels are together, so it's like a plie. So breathing. This is quite dancey, this one, isn't it? Hope you're enjoying it. Glutes are engaged. Shoulders are down. Tummy squeezed in nice and tight and your pelvic floor's lifted. Fantastic. I'm going to leave it there. So I hope you enjoyed that. You did a few lunges, a few squats. It was quite energetic. So yes, it's not really classic Pilates, most of which is down on the floor, but it's more fitness Pilates, which I kind of incorporate into my classes as well. So it's a bit more functional when you're standing up, doing twisty things. So I hope you enjoyed that. When you're feeling energetic, revisit it again, have another go. And it's lovely to see you. And now get out in the sun. It's absolutely glorious weather here, so I am going to be getting out in the sun shortly. So thank you very much for joining me. And, thank you. And I will see you all next week, hopefully.